What's up, Patira? Let's get this one underway. About to enter map 1 here. Alright, in the top left-hand corner of the map, it is the yellow Zerg, Dust. His opponent in the bottom right, representing the Terran race and wearing red, Frame Show. WCS is on, but I can't miss this treasure of a game here. That's what I like to see. Yeah, honestly, that's kind of why I've had my own reservations about streaming ladder, because you know nobody's going to watch during WCS. But at the same time, a grudge match like these two going at it in a best of 7. Pretty hard to miss that, man. These guys have a good series every single time I cast them. Even when the scores are a bit lopsided, like usually they do a best of 5, but you know, if it's like a 3-1 or even a 3-0, almost every single game is really close. What's up, Ken? How you doing? And some random guy 74. Welcome to the stream, man. So the thing is with these two is they both know each other's styles very well. And as you guys have probably heard me point out before, Dust likes to go with his standard play, opens up with a lot of queens, speedlings, and then he goes into Hydraling Bane, defends a couple of pushes, and goes up to Hive for usually straight for Broodlords. He might mix in Ultras every now and then too, if I recall correctly. But anyway, so that's what you can expect from Dust pretty much every game. If he does anything else, I'd be very surprised. With that being said, Frame Show will mix it up a bit. He'll play 2-1-1s pretty frequently. In fact, that's what he's doing now, and this is the barracks positioning that I like, because you can deny information with that. The Zerg has to really commit their overlords to find it. But, so Frame Show will go with 2-1-1. He'll also do Heli and Banshee. Those are his 2 primary builds. He's very good with both. Every once in a while, he'll mix in a cheese, too. So, in short, he prefers standard macro play, but he does need to be scouted because he can mix things up. I believe I've seen him do some type of Cyclone push before, like an early game Cyclone cheese, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, for the most part, it's going to be standard play. These guys tend to get into the mid game, and that's where they start to separate from one another. Frame Show is really good in the mid game. I'm actually looking for the third base to be taken pretty soon now. With the extra queens, the third base is a bit later than some other Zergs who go less queen heavy. There it is right now. But so Frame Show tends to be really good with his multitasking. In the mid game, he'll set up multiple drops on both sides of the map. He does a really good job clearing creep, and then looks to push. Again, standard TVZ play. He's quite effective with it. And for his part, Dust is really, really good at defending, especially the 2-1-1. I have basically an impossible time getting anything done with a 2-1-1 against Dust. It's been a while since I've beaten him too. Quite a while. He's probably won like 5 games in a row against me, I'm guessing. But the times where I have had success, it's usually with a big 2-2 push. You know, your standard pre-Hive 2-2 into 3-3 push. So Dust might not see the second barracks here, but he can surmise that it is in fact a 2-1-1 based on this here, the reactor and the starport. This is a little bit of a problem. He is supply blocked for a bit and losing that overlord. The hatchery will relieve that, but still maybe a bit of a hiccup. You're going up against a timing attack like the 2-1-1. You want to have out as many units as you can to defend it comfortably, but I don't think it's going to be a big deal. Might be the difference between Frame Show going against, you know, one more queen or something. Anyway, speaking of queens, 3 more have started up here. And a round of Lings as well. So, I mean, with all of these queens, this is kind of what I'm talking about here. Until Combat Shields finishes, it's really hard to push into mass queens. You can't really even do it with the stimmed bio with Medivacs. You need the extra hit points that Combat Shields affords you. Anyway, well, this is already an interesting decision here. So, Frame Show is looking like he wants to go for the main. Now, the creep spread is great. The Overlord spread is also great. Dust will definitely see this as it comes in. Question is, will he take any losses prior to defending? He's definitely going to defend. It's not going to take him completely by surprise. But will Frame Show be able to get any drones? So here comes the boost. By the way, tanks are being added now. We'll see if Frame Show wants to go with that classic tank plus stim bio push. It's a good job. Kills 1 Overlord, gets a creep tumor, and is pushed back. All of that for 1 Marine, so definitely worth it so far. But yeah, so it looks like Frame Show is gearing up to drop tanks right here. As I said before, pretty standard attack in the Terran arsenal. He has not yet added a 3rd Rax or a 3rd command center. So one thing that Maru does, he's been doing a lot lately, is he adds that 3rd Rax. He switches the starport off, puts the 3rd Rax on, and he'll get out a 3rd medevac. So Frame Show's not doing this, but just for future reference, keep an eye out for it. We'll get a 3rd medevac. He'll drop 2 tanks and stimmed bio in the other 2 medevacs. So it could be something that we see at some point. It's actually quite similar to what Frame Show is doing right now, but without that third barracks as a part of this attack. He is going up to 5 racks on 2 bases, so it's going to be a very, very dedicated attack here. Even in SCV, not sure if this is a miss rally or it could be for a bunker or repair. I think actually if he does that, it's not a bad idea. Very well may just be that he mistakenly grouped it with the army, but either way he may be able to make use of it. We'll see in a moment here. Here comes the attack. Queens are in position. I'm guessing Dust probably wants to set up a flank. Hard to engage this head on with tanks on the high ground. Queen's doing a good job so far, taking a lot of those tank shots, but the Ling count is quite low. Only 11 Lings, 28 more Lings being added. Baneling Nest is complete, but to my knowledge, yeah, no Banelings have yet been morphed, and Hydralisk then is not yet done. So yeah, this was a mistake, but honestly, like, putting down a bunker here wouldn't be the worst idea in the world for Frame Show, since the SCV was already there. Lings are just getting destroyed here. Without Banelings or Hydralisk, it's pretty tough to hold this. If Frame Show wants, he can creep these tanks forward. He also does need to be careful of a surround coming from this angle here. Dust has not yet set that up. He hasn't really had great Ling numbers to do that. But with this next wave of Lings here, I wouldn't be surprised if Dust defends with half of his army here and brings the other half around from behind. With that being said, Frame Show is bringing up more reinforcements. I don't believe he has made a 3rd command center. Okay, I'm mistaken. So there is the 3rd command center, but it is not on location just yet. Frame Show definitely wants to get more damage done with this. Lair is now on its way, almost complete. This is excellent positioning here. Excellent positioning from Frame Show. He's going to take out a couple of creep tumors. This is exactly what I was talking about here. Here comes the flank. It's going to get on top of the tanks. Some friendly fire may be triggered. Not quite enough though. And 2 tanks still survive, and it's basically just Queens here. It's going to be Queens versus stimmed bio with 2 well-protected tanks. This is looking better and better for Frame Show. A wave of 30 Lings is in production, but if they're not Banelings, it doesn't matter. Evolution chambers are going down, and the biggest problem now for Dust is that all of his reinforcements are coming through this choke point, which is very well controlled by the Terran tank bio. 3rd base still not on location for Frame Show, so I mean he is very dedicated to this, but so far I'm going to have to say that it has been worth it, especially considering 2-2 is over halfway done, and he killed the evolution chambers of Dust. Triple drop to the right-hand side. I'm a little bit worried for Frameshow here. If this somehow gets caught out, it will be disastrous. Looks like he is going to unload. The other danger is that this army here can be overwhelmed. He may be in a scenario where he loses half of his army here to the full army of Dust, and then that full army can come over here and clean this up. We'll see. So here goes round one. This bio is really low in health. Looks like it is up. Probably would have been taken out. Dust turns around. I'm not sure if he was distracted by this. This is an excellent attack by Frameshow. This goes back to what I'm talking about at the beginning of the game. Frameshow is really effective with the multi-pronged attacks during the mid-game. It looks like he may even do game-ending damage here, taking out the third base. If the fourth falls, that is certainly it. There go the drones. Baneling speed still not done, but without creep spread, it probably won't even matter. Fourth base is now down as well, and I think Dust may have dropped the first game of this series. I know Frameshow's going to be feeling pretty confident after this one. This is not easy to do to Dust either, by the way. I mean, Dust is so effective with his defense. I think that Frameshow, in knowing Dust's style so well, knew that Dust is a bit greedy with his Queen Ling defense, but against a standard, even killing this base too, but just against a standard stim drop, 16 Marine stim drop, his defense works. But against this super dedicated tank push, 5 racks off of 2 bases, Queen Ling is not enough. I mean, you've got upgrades for the Terran, you've got the combat shields, and of course, not to mention the tanks themselves. So I think Frameshow may have cracked the style of Dust, and Dust may just need to mix things up. He doesn't have to make any drastic adjustments, but maybe go a little lighter on the Queens, get out Banelings earlier. We'll have to see what he does. But, I mean, I have to say, just in terms of build order versus build order, what Frameshow chose to do here, I think perfectly counters Dust's standard style. At any rate, this could very well be the GG push. There's the GG. Map 1 goes to Frameshow. Very well played. Slide talent, I think Dust he lost quite a few of his queens, and also I think I'm not sure at which point he was floating that many resources, but I think also maybe he had a larva problem. That's what I'm guessing. I think he probably brought all of his queens to the battle, and probably didn't have the larva to spend it. It's what I'm guessing. Could have also just been the fact that he was under so much duress with that attack that he forgot to spend. Not sure. GG. All right, let's get into darkness. And before I do that, I'm going to take a look at the chat. I want to see what you guys are saying. Should do best of 69. Hey, I'd be down to cast as much of that as I could. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Jiggy? Good to see you. Falconet, how you doing, man? And yeah, Falconet, Dust, as I was saying in the game, Dust tends to be pretty greedy. He goes with a pure queen, like mass queen, Ling defense into his Hydra Ling Bane. So that's pretty typical of his style. And like I was saying during the cast, I think Frameshow figured out the best way to do it. That 5 rack to crack it. That 5 racks 2 base bio tank push. All right, what did I miss here? Can we get an insane tasteless or Maynard introduction with a lot of screaming the next game? I can't promise it for the next game, but my fiance is sitting next to me and probably doesn't want to hear me screaming like Maynard, but I'll keep that in mind. What else did I miss? 24 hours. Hey, what's up, Ken? Good to see you. Volume a little low for anyone else. Slide talent, welcome to the stream. I hope there's not a volume problem. Is the volume good for everyone besides Slide Talent here? It's usually super loud when I was using it. see. He needs to focus on Rogue. Alright, I think... What's up, Boomerang? Welcome to the stream. Привет, Ken. Как дела? Alright, fine for everybody? Good. Even on the initial push with 2 tanks, he was floating. Okay, I didn't even notice that. Do you think bringing the queens was partly the cause, but it was strange? Yeah, I think that's probably what it was. Bringing all of the queens for that defense, especially when the tanks showed up. And I think he was missing injects, and then could have also just been the pressure. Let me update the score here quickly. 1-0 frame show. That rhymes. Some random guy. Ты тоже говорит по-русски, что ли? Atira pulled me in here. Glad to hear it. Thanks, Atira, for the promotion. All right, let's get into game 2 here. In the top left-hand corner of the map, it is the yellow Zerg, currently down 0-1. Dust. His opponent, coming off of a really solid win in game 1, looking to carry that momentum here in game 2 in the top right-hand corner of the map. It's the blue Terran, Frame Show. He's a man of many names. Frame Show, Prime, Freak Show. I stick with Frame Show, though. That's the first name I knew him by, so we're going to continue with that one. So I will say right off the bat here, this is not a good map for Terran in TVZ or TVP when it's cross-spawn. Really large map, and the cross-spawn positions are usually pretty good for the Zerg or the Protoss to hold 4 bases. However, these positions here are a very different story. This 4th base is quite close to the Terran natural, so you imagine the Terran is going to be rallying their units here, right? So the rush distance across this pathway is relatively short. At the same time, if this is the 3rd base location, which it probably will be, for Dust, there's a lot of potential to drop into the main here, and the 4th then becomes difficult to defend. This 4th here, just because of how far away it is. So either this base or this base as the 4th is not going to be very easy to defend. And with that being said, for Frame Show, if he puts on pressure, as he usually does, and by the way, it looks like we're already seeing a variation. He's not going with a 2-1-1 here, with this 2nd supply depot instead of a 2nd barracks. Yep, reactor. So it looks like we're going to be seeing a factory next. But anyway, so for Frame Show, if he puts on pressure, as he usually does, he may even be able to take this. In fact, he almost definitely will take this as his 4th. Make a little supply depot wall here, sensor tower, and you're usually pretty safe against counterattacks. So I would say that this spawn position, in the end, this spawn position I think is probably a very slight advantage for Frame Show. Both players scouting. Neither has scouted the other just yet. Okay, mistaken. Dust did in fact poke in, see the natural, and pulled back. So, nice bit of information there for Dust. Frame Show, unfortunately for him, is getting the last scout, but honestly it shouldn't matter too much. He had already committed to his build prior to getting that information, and Dust is going with the same build, I believe exactly the same, as the first game. I think he got these 2 additional queens prior to this 3rd hatch. At any rate, if it's not exactly the same, it's very, very similar. We'll see if he makes any adjustments, as I was wondering in the first game, because of how well strategically Frame Show's build worked out against Dust's most common build orders. Anyway, ooh, a reactor. This is whoa. Okay, this is very, very interesting. Just caught this now. Double reactor though. I wonder if he's going to put a tech lab on this 2nd factory. So I mean, it could this could be Hellion Cyclone. It could also be. In fact, yeah, this is going to be Hellion Cyclone. Was about to say, oh my goodness, that it could be Hellion. I'm sorry, Blue Flame Hellion. If there was a tech lab on the 2nd factory. I haven't seen that build in a long time. used to be, I wouldn't say common, but you would see it every now and then in pro level play. You hide the second factory, make mass Hellions, research Blue Flame, and you just roast, especially if the Zerg is going like Queen Ling for their defense, as Dust likes to do. You roast all of the Lings easily, and the Blue Flame Hellions, while they don't have to fight the Queens directly, as long as they get past them, they destroy mineral lines. Anyway, though, it is going to be Hellion Cyclone, and we're going to see Mech from Frameshow. So he is mixing it up, which I love. Not making it easy for Dust to predict what he's doing at all. And keep in mind, Dust has only scouted a natural, and he's seen 4 Hellions. So this could be Hellion Banshee, which, as I said in the previous game, is a build that Frameshow plays somewhat frequently. But if he's thinking it's Hellion Banshee, he's going to be sorely mistaken. 1-1 for melee, no surprise there. It's going to be Ling, Bane, and most likely Hydra. So same build so far. For Dust, he is not yet going up to Lair. He gets out a lot of extra queens first. I imagine we'll probably see that Lair start pretty soon, though. Blue Flame is being researched, as well as an Armory. I'll tell you right now, guys, this could be disastrous for Dust. He has no idea about this attack, which is extremely powerful. Frameshow should not send all of these units. Yeah, he's just sending a couple of Hellions. Good job there by Frameshow to deny that information. And this is going to be Cyclone and Mass Blue Flame Hellbat that is going to show up at Dust's base. And he just does not have the tools to deal with this at all. I would say, I'm not an expert on how Zerg should deal with this. I don't use this build myself, nor have I seen Zergs play against it, but I would imagine he would probably want a lot of roaches. Even then, it's not going to be like really easy. He's going to need the Banelings to crash in on the Hellbats, and he would need the hell, now that I think about it, with 4 Cyclones, like roaches are terrible against that, so there really isn't an easy answer. You would have to get a Ling Surround on the Cyclones. Anyway, here we go. The attack is underway. Dust is just getting this information now, right when the attack shows up on his doorstep. The third base is automatically going to go down. There is just nothing that he can do about that. He's pulling drones away. If he can save the drones, that's nice, but I just don't envision them getting back into this game at any point. There are a lot of Banelings, so if the Banelings can connect well on the Hellbats, that could be one way that Dust holds this. Also, keep in mind, I might second guess myself. If these drones are not killed and he wipes out this army, there is a chance that he could hold here. Frameshow is actually getting caught a bit out. The Lings are going for the surround. Excellent positioning so far by Frameshow, who still has a number of Hellbats over on the other side here. They're not really, in fact, they're in hold position. They're not doing anything just yet. The Queens are going to take them out, but GG is called. Wow. So I will say Dust did even better. It was pretty one-sided, but Dust did manage to hang on for a little while there with probably the worst tools possible to even deal with that attack. So he did a good job of engaging from 2 angles, but like I said, it's pretty much like a lamb versus a lion, and the lamb actually managed to bruise that lion before it was devoured. But anyway, a quick 2-0 here for Frameshow, quite unexpected. Okay, 16-bit is the map. We update that score. Let's see, did I miss anything? Okay. Где ты изучал русский язык? Я жил с русскими друзьями, когда я учился в университете, и у меня профессора на фортепиано, она из Москвы, и еще я занимаюсь, то есть, шахматом, и у меня профессор по шахматам, он русский человек. Значит, он меня преподавает на русском языке. Значит, это у меня, это второй язык. When Russian is a pretty cool language, it's also quite difficult to learn. The grammar is pretty hard. Yeah, the grammar is very, very different from English. Very good at languages, half Italian, half Slovenian. Yeah, Slovenian is a Slavic language as well, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Russian is definitely difficult, very different for native English speakers. The grammar is very, very different. Let's see. Metro is Russian for subway, just like in French. Yeah, Russian actually borrows a substantial amount from French. Gazeta means newspaper. Yep. All right, I think I got pretty much everyone here. Strong, yeah, very strong push there. All right. Yeah, interesting thing in Russian, Gazeta is newspaper, and magazine is store. So false cognate there. If you would think it was a magazine in English, you would in fact be wrong. Terran's so good. Use Duolingo for learning language. You should really, yeah, Duolingo is a really really cool app. It's actually based here in Pittsburgh, where I live. So definitely proud of it. At any rate, let's get into the next game. Dust isn't playing like his usual self. I'm going to speak to that in a second here. All right, in the top right-hand corner of the map, currently down 0-2. If I actually knew how to use this interface, I would update it there. But at any rate, it is on the stream. So it is our yellow Zerg, Dust. His opponent in the bottom left, wearing the red trunks, looking to take a very strong 3-0 lead here. It is our red Terran, Frameshow. So 3 games and 3 very, very different builds. Totally different builds from Frameshow in each one. Really cool to see. So to speak to Atira's point, I know Dust is a bit rusty. I think he said he hadn't been playing much this week. But at the same time, I will say that strategically, the builds that Frameshow has chosen in games 1 and 2, even if Dust is 100% in shape and on top of his game, strategically speaking, Frameshow is choosing excellent builds to pretty much hard counter Dust's style. It's one thing that I've pointed out about Dust before in previous casts. He's very solid, but he is predictable with his build order choice. Very, very predictable, at least as far as ZBT goes. So, I mean, and don't get me wrong, like there are plenty of pro players who will do the same build every single game. Their opponent knows it, but they're so good at it that it doesn't matter. Pult is one who comes to mind. Pult would do the same build like every single game in TVZ, I think even in TVP as well. Innovation is another very, people say he's robotic, but he's just a very mechanical player. He mixes it up a little more now, but for the longest time he would just do Hellion Banshee, fast third command center, and that was just it in TVZ. However, the fastest third base possible. So again, even though this is not an aggressive punishment from Frameshow, but this is an economic counter. I can't quite call it a hard counter because, to be perfectly honest, it's difficult to hard counter Zerg economically. But Frameshow is taking advantage of the fact that Dust does play a passive opener into a passive early mid game, and then will start to put on pressure once he reaches Hive Tech, typically. So my bet is Frameshow is going to go for a massive 2-2 push with tank bio. But yeah, so if Dust doesn't mix it up somehow, some way, Frameshow is just going to keep taking for granted that he's going for lots of queens, speedlings. He'll get his baneling nest, and then he'll go for lair and hydras. So that's the case for I think every ZVT that I've seen Dust play. Now again, personally, I have a hard as hell time cracking it. It's been a while since I've actually beaten Dust, as I was saying before. I think he's beaten me like 5 games in a row, and I know what he's going to do. But you know, to Frameshow's credit, Frameshow has found a way twice now to exploit Dust build, which, you know, I did not do. I would use just your standard 2-1-1 to into double eBay, third command center, etc., or just your standard Hellion Banshee into 2-2 timing. And while both of those can work, neither is a counter by any stretch of the imagination. Frameshow is really exploiting the vulnerabilities of Dust's style. So, as I was saying, everything is the same so far for Dust. This also is a better map, I will say, for Dust's style. It does have to worry about drops, but besides that, the 3 bases are very well protected. 4th base is easy to take, and even the 5th is, generally speaking, not that much of a challenge. You can even take the 5th up here. So, like I was saying before, I think that Frameshow is probably going to look for a massive bio tank push. Thank you very much for the follow. A massive tank bio push at 2-2. That's what I'm putting my money on right now. Good map vision here so far for Dust. Loses the Overlord. Bit of a supply block. That hurts a bit, but not the biggest deal. He knows about the 3rd base, so that's what's important. He knows he's up against a very fast 3rd command center. Upgrades are going to be a bit later than usual. Quite a bit later than usual for Frameshow, but as I said before, he's going to have so much bio so quickly. If he can get some medevacs out and clear creep prior to his push, it could be deadly for Dust. So again, we've got the Baneling Nest now. Still no lair, so everything is proceeding according to plan for Dust in the same fashion as it did the previous games. Extra queens, Baneling Nest, then lair, then Hydras. So there we go. There's the lair. It's going to be Hydras. I actually, you know, like I said before, I would like to see him mix it up, maybe go for a Spire. But at any rate, he's going to, I'm betting that he will go for that Hydralisk then and look to defend the first push, first couple of pushes, get into Hive Tech, and most likely go straight for Greater Spire. Sometimes you can go, and sometimes he does go Ultralisks first, and then into that Greater Spire. Anyway, so the 1-1 is ahead for Dust, probably by about, I guess, 30 seconds or so. So if he goes straight into his 2-2, that could be nice there, a nice advantage. Frameshow definitely should be active with drops really soon, because this creep is going to get out of control. There are a lot of queens just dedicated to spreading creep, and thank you very much. Is that a donation or a host? I'll see in a moment when I catch it on the screen. Host, thank you very much for the host, Boomerang. I appreciate it. I need to change the alerts. I think my donation and host alert are the same. Anyway, as I was about to say there, so here's the 4th base, but this creep is really getting underway, and if it's not cleared prior to the push takes a lot longer to happen. Thank you very much for the follow. Very much appreciated. And the reason being is you have to be super careful when you are pushing on creep, especially against someone like Dust, who's very, very good and very consistent with setting up flanks and surrounds. So I'm actually a bit surprised that Frameshow is playing this so passively thus far. He is gearing up for that push that I was talking about. Does he have an armory? I sure hope so. Okay, he does have his armory. Good. He needs to get into his 2-2 immediately for his sake. Dust did not miss a beat with his 2-2. He's getting his Hydra upgrades. Okay, he's actually... Frameshow is just going for a frontal assault right now. Now, this can work. This absolutely can work. But as I said before, without those drops to clear creep ahead of time, he's going to go across so much creep just to get in position. Dust is going to have this information. I mean, look how insane this creep spread is. Dust is going to have this information well ahead of time. He's going to be able to set up in the position that he wants. That doesn't mean that he's automatically going to hold. It is still going to be a bit tricky. But this is pretty much best case scenario in any of the games we've seen so far. Dust is in the best position that he has been in yet today. 2-2 is on the way now, but a substantial bit behind the 2-2 of Dust. Dust is looking for the proper angle of engagement. He's going to morph in some more Banelings. I wouldn't be surprised to see him split an army off over here. other army off over here, exactly as I thought. How many tanks do we have? We've got 8 tanks, 4 of which are at the front. So here comes the first attempted defense. Dust is just going to posture, push Frameshow back, but this is exactly what I was talking about, guys. Frameshow thus far has spent all of his time clearing creep and killing rocks. It's been about a full minute that Dust has bought himself just with that creep spread that went unchecked. Double drop is going to go out. I think Frameshow actually needs this with the main army, but it looks like he's posturing to send it around the side of the map. Anyway, we do have an engagement now, and Dust is coming in from multiple angles, as is his wont. He is so good at it, so effective. The Hydraling Bane are just going to roll through absolutely everything here. That engagement did occur with 2-2 against 1-1, so a fantastic defense from Dust. I think if Frameshow could have this one over, he might get some compensation here. I was about to say compensatory damage. He might get some compensation in here, but probably not too much. Yeah, 4 workers killed in total. Certainly not justification, even though he is ahead in supply, and that's quite nice. Dust should be able to go up to Hive pretty soon. But yeah, so I think if Frameshow could have this one back, he probably would have been less passive with that opener. As soon as those first 2 medevacs are out, send them out there to clear creep. Dust is just so on top of his creep spread. It's disgusting. Frameshow is going to look for another push, and I mean, this is a really strong push. So I don't want to be mistaken here. You know, I'm talking about how well defended that was, because it really was defended supremely by Dust. But at the same time, you've got, what, about 8 tanks? Yeah, 8 tanks with this push. There isn't that much bio with it. You know, a fair amount. But in losing that army previously, a good bit of the bio was killed. Oh my goodness, I have no idea what the heck just happened there. Anyway, now what Dust can't do here is engage on one front. If he engages on one front, this could be a disaster. Dust is going to crash in. It is on one front, but it might be enough. I think just barely not. The reinforcing Marines that came up are enough to prevent Dust from continuing through with the assault. But it's such a good position there for Frameshow that I think setting up the flank was difficult for Dust. Baneling's getting pretty good connections to start off, but the tanks are now starting to pull their weight. For the most part, it's pure Hydra now. A lot of the Ling Bane was taken out. More Banelings now being morphed in. Keep in mind, though, the tank count has been severely crippled, and Hive is on the way. Frameshow is on a clock. You know, not necessarily saying he has to win the game with this push, but he definitely wants to do real damage. He does not want to let this 5th base survive. If the 5th base survives, he's going to be in trouble. He actually has a 3rd factory. This is something that I saw, I believe it was Maru do against Lenok in GSL earlier this week. I think it was Maru. Anyway, so I'm not sure if that's why Frameshow is doing it, and that can be totally fine against the Hydraling Bane. It will absolutely help to get that tank count back up, but at the same time, if Dust is able to hold on and survive until Broodlords, it will be a totally different story. The tanks are late to siege. The Ling Bane come crashing through. Banelings, some of them hitting tanks, but a lot of them getting back to the bio, and the Hydras are going to stand tall here. I think they might be enough to close this out. Good splits against the Banelings. Hydras are just adding so much DPS to this attack, though. The medevacs are starting to fall. The final tank goes down. Reinforcing Marines come up. They're going to take out the remaining Hydralisks, but I'm not sure this is going to be quite enough for Frameshow to push through. Another wave of 24 drones is on the, I'm sorry, 24 Lings is on the way. Not the best positioning on these tanks. They're wide open right now for attack. I don't think Dust wants to do this, though. I think he needs to wait for the rest of his army. He may have given Frameshow an opportunity to push through. The Banelings are going to finish morphing and crash through the bio. Frameshow is now running for his life. Dust appears to have held on, at least for now, by the skin of his teeth. If there's one thing that's been accomplished so far for Frameshow, who does have a 5th base, by the way, if there's one thing that was accomplished here so far, it's that he has forced Dust to continually remake Hydraling Bane. However, Spire is on the way, and there is a ton of gas banked up. So, once again, if Dust is able to get out the Greater Spire and get to Broodlords, the entire dynamic of the game is going to change instantly. This next push is only going to be conducted with 2 tanks. Not sure that's going to be enough. 3-3 is about to finish up, and as we see here, Dust is only on 2-2. He has +3 melee started, but there's going to be a significant window here in which Frameshow can attack with 3-3 against 2-2. As I said before, though, the tank count is a lot lower than it was before. However, the 3-3 Marines versus that 2-2 Ling Bane and then just the +2 Carapace Hydras may be enough. This is definitely a precarious position in which Dust finds himself. Adrenal Glands has just started as well. Spire Tech is about to finish. There's going to be at least one more major hold that Dust has to conduct in order to get to those Broodlords. Greater Spire now on the way. I mean, this is, I feel like I'm watching a ticking time bomb versus the bomb squad. I do not know if the bomb squad is going to defuse it or if the bomb is going to explode. Here we go. The engagement has now begun. It is conducted pretty much on one front, and actually half of the army, or about a quarter of the army, I should say, is behind for Dust. He was not able to engage at the same time, and he also was just not enough time for him to get out the Broodlords. I was not sure about that game. There were so many engagements there that could have gone either way. In the end, that superior economy of Frameshow allowed him to just send, as I said right at the beginning, those massive armies of bio plus tanks, and he forced Dust to keep making Hydra Ling Bane when Dust would have preferred to be getting out the higher tech units. Creep is pretty good, but I really don't like Dust's worker count. I actually did not catch it until the end. I saw at the end there when he had his 5th base up, he was on 67 workers, which, can be a bit, a bit low. I think a lot of Zergs like to be up around 75. Some Zergs like even more. Okay, what else did I miss here? Hellion Banshee, yeah, I would like to see a Hellion Banshee game. I would not mind that at all. And yeah, Frameshow is, by the way, it's here. Frameshow is continuously improving, for sure. Let's see, I hope I didn't miss anything in the... If I missed anything in the chat, guys, just bring it to my attention. I'm trying to scroll through as best I can. I think I got it. Okay. No luck with the roulette there. Alright. What was it? Lost and Found. I mean, this is, if Frameshow pulls off the sweep, that'd be crazy, because I have cast, I mean, at least one, maybe 2 best of 5 sweeps for Dust over Frameshow. They've gone back and forth. They've each won series against one another when I've casted them. To my knowledge, I don't think I've ever cast a series in which Frameshow has swept Dust. I'm pretty sure Dust has swept him. I think the last one they played, actually, Dust swept Frameshow 3-0. All right, let's do it. That last game was definitely the closest one so far. Even though at the end, Frameshow was able to stomp through, and the 3-3 against the 2-2 was just huge, especially with the tank support. Even though I think there were only, was like maybe 3 or 4 tanks, the 3-3 against the 2-2 with the medevac support just incinerated the Ling Bane. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. All right, let's get into this game. Let's not scroll like that. So, in the top right-hand corner of the map, now fighting for his life in this show match, down 0-3, it is our yellow Zerg, Dust. Thank you very much for the follow, Boom. I was happy to play in yours and Fluffy's tournament last week, by the way. I'm thinking about entering the next one. If I'm not mistaken, it's on the 22nd. For some reason, I think I might be busy, but I've got to check my calendar, and if not, I would like to play in that tournament as well. It's really cool to see you guys hosting those tournaments, so thank you. In the bottom left-hand corner of the map, looking to close this out with a sweep over his, I want to say his much-hated rival, but the fact of the matter is they are more like frenemies. As much as I hate that word, I guess it's the perfect word to describe it. It's our Red Terran Frame Show. Terran Pride, that's right. We need a march, ladies and gentlemen. The Terran Pride March. And I want a Terran Pride month as well. We've got a lot to be proud of. SCV Scout is just going to verify that it is in fact a hatch first. That's pretty much all Frame Show needs to know for the moment. He may in fact be going back with, maybe it could be Hellion Banshee at this point still. If it's going to be a 2-1-1, we will see that second barracks any moment now. Dust was Terran not too long ago. Yep. So Frame Show is just rubbing it in his face. Like, all right, so you want to leave us? Is that so? So you found a new race? Think that new race can treat you better than this one? I'll show you what you're missing out on, bro. Terran OP, come back. Please come back. All right. So it is looking like a 2-on-1, and not that hidden barracks variety that I like so much. Ultimately, it doesn't matter too much. Dust is generally very conscientious about his Overlord scouting. Rarely misses a beat there. Pardon me. But as long as Dust is able to scout the factory and the starport, usually you can surmise from that it is a 2-1-1. Frame Show is going to head down here toward the third base location with really good micro. Maybe he can delay it a bit. Oh, just barely taken out. Nice job by Dust. Saves the drone at the last second. Kills the Reaper. It's nice for Frame Show, though, to confirm that a third base, in fact, will be in play. Here is the factory. We'll see Stim, then a starport, and then from there we'll see what the follow-up is. Will Frame Show go back with the build he used in Game 1 with the very heavy 5 racks 2 base attack? Will he go for a more standard play? And honestly, I don't think that he should go with the 2-1-1 that I like so much, the very standard sort of vanilla. To be honest, it's not very interesting. 2-1-1 with the 2 racks, factory, starport, double eBay, and then third expansion. It's a very middle of the road build. The reason why I like it is because I like flexibility. I like winning, or at least having control of the game through tactics. When you go with a 5 racks 2 base build, it can be super powerful. It is very powerful. However, there is an onus on you to do damage with it. I don't like that sort of pressure. I like to, like I said, I like to be more flexible. Just try to get something done with smaller squads of units, and then when 2-2 finishes and 3-3's on the way, then really commit. But there's definitely something to be said for the more committal builds, like the Maru style 3 racks bio medevac build. Starts out as a 2-1-1, and then also, of course, the 5 racks variety that we saw from Frame Show in Game 1. At any rate, everything is the same thus far for Dust. I actually don't think, I've said that he always scouts with his Overlord. He has not scouted the main. With that being said, I mean, from this Marine count here, he should be able to deduce that 2 racks, if not more, are in play. Also sees the double engineering base, so, I mean, this is that vanilla build that I like. He is going to, okay, here we go, though. So I spoke a second too soon. He is going to go up to 5 barracks again. So what's actually really cool about this is in seeing the double E-bays, Dust may think that he's just up against that standard 2-1-1 into 3rd command center. I mean, if he does think that, it could be disastrous for him. There are a couple of spots on this map where tanks can be positioned that make it really hard for Zerg to defend. Namely, right here, when a fourth base is taken here, and even to some degree here, like in these spots here. Frameshow's going to get right in there. He's actually going to get a decent amount of damage done. I mean, if you can kill drones with your 2-on-1, you're in good shape. He doesn't want to lose his medevac. That would actually be disastrous. And he's going to lose his burst here, or his boost, I'm sorry. I said burst. Yeah, that actually hurts a lot. So what started out really well for Frameshow turned quite a bit against him. Good job by Dust to pick that off. A few Marines were taken out. I think maybe 3. Okay, I'm sorry, 6. So 6 drones. That's pretty darn good. But at the same time, is it worth a medevac? And I believe, what, 3 or 4 Marines? I'm not sure if the Reaper was killed. Is it worth it? I don't know. It's quite close. With that being said, I mean, that could have been a disaster for Dusty. He pulled it back, mitigated the damage. One problem, though, is going to be that this push that's going to come with the tanks is now going to be conducted with 1 less medevac. That can be a big deal. Frameshow is going to push 2 locations, again, hitting in the main here. I'm guessing he's probably going to shuttle it down and attack the 4th, too. At the same time, he is engaging Queens, but see, this is what I'm talking about. This medevac is all out of energy, and without that second medevac there, it's not nearly as threatening. There are, what, 8 or 9 Queens here? So, I mean, it's a really, really big deal. Even though not too many Marines were taken out. Like I said, I think maybe 3, 4 were taken out over here. Losing the medevac is what really hurts Frameshow. That was a great job by Dust. He's doing a much better job so far defending the multi-pronged attacks. Frameshow's going to be as annoying as possible. Send it back into the main. Scans, sees the Queens. Like, I don't want none of that, bruh. And actually a 3rd medevac here. So a 3rd harassing party. Dust is pulling back all of these lings to deal with it. He's going to take some damage here. I don't think he'll have to cancel. He's going to barely hold on, but this is so close to dying. The Marines just kill it. That is a really, really nice pickoff. Even gets away with a few of the Marines, and Frameshow is diving right back in to kill some more drones. Dust is going to try to focus down the medevac. If he can get that, that's a nice little silver lining. But don't get me wrong, it's pretty damn cloudy out there for Dust. He's about to go up against a 2-2 push with tanks. We check that tank count. Okay, with tank, singular. I think a bit of an... Whoa, what? Bit of an oversight there. These tanks are actually trapped. That's really, really annoying. Frameshow is actually going to have to lift this up and probably build a new ad. Okay, he can actually switch this for the racks if he wants, but he needs to realize that these tanks aren't coming with the push. If he just F2s across there, he's going to be very unpleasantly surprised to find out that he has no tanks with the push. Now, we've got the Hydra upgrades on the way. I believe this is the this is the muscular augment. So this is grouped spines. Kind of lost track of which icon is which there. But anyway, there are a lot of Hydras out right now. Banelings are being morphed in. I think Baneling speed is complete, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. So Frameshow is still running around the map with these small squads. He's going to continue to clear creep. Dust has done a pretty darn good job of spreading and re-spreading his creep thus far. He's also getting his 4th base back up. He's on 66 drones to 52 workers. The 3rd base is actually landed prior to the committed attack, though, so this is a bit different. Basically same infrastructure as Game 1, but the 3rd base was taken much sooner and no heavily committal attack to this point in the game. Just creep clearing. Frameshow's done a pretty good job clearing it over here, but as I said before, Dust has done a good job re-spreading it. So there's a lot of Queens out there as well. Nice wall of Spina, as Trump might say. Protecting the 3rd base here. I actually like this a lot, provided you can afford it. 68 drones, so yeah, with a round of 11 drones on the way. Dust is getting himself into a pretty nice position here. These spines will buy a lot of time should there be an attack there. Queens are going to come over here. Frameshow's got to be careful not to lose these medevacs. He really can't afford to lose any of them. What's his medevac count? So 7. It's actually pretty good count here. But with a build, with a push such as the one that Frameshow is setting up, you really need it to be as powerful as possible, because if you don't do significant damage with it, you go into a late game where the game is much, much harder for you to win against that Hive Tech Zerg. Okay. Um. All right. I'll message you. Okay. Have fun. Love you. All right. Cue the awes in the chat. Anyway. Hive is now on the way. I believe, yeah, so it is 2-2 against 2-2, and I was actually looking at the production tab. So 3-3 is not started. This can be a bit of an oversight. Really nice multi-pronged attacks. In fact, double medevac drop is going to get right into the main as this army is being sandwiched. So Francho's going to do a lot of damage in the main, but at the same time he's going to lose his main army here outside of the third base. Dust has done a fantastic job of surrounding this army and cleaning it up. Does have to cancel his fifth base. He is going to lose his hive as it's morphing in. So what a crazy trade here. If Frameshow can actually take out the Hydra in the stand, he takes out the infestation pit, which is also good. In fact, may have even been better to do that than to take out the Hydra den. But I mean, like, Hive Tech now is so delayed, and that was Dust's best chance to win this game. Now, he's not out of the game. He did wipe out this entire army. The resources lost are a little close for a Terran's comfort. As a Terran player, you want to be a bit farther ahead than that. Frameshow does have his fourth base on location. He's going to morph that into a planetary momentarily. Dust is retaking his fifth. If Frameshow doesn't attack soon, though, he risks letting Dust get back up to Hive. So I think Frameshow really has to commit here. Definitely wants to start that +3 armor soon as well. The drone count of Dust is still in great shape. He's at 76 drones. He is still on, okay, I guess he's kind of on 4 bases, soon to be 5. But if Frameshow lets Dust breathe, he's going to go up against Hive Tech anyway, which is exactly what he wanted to avoid. So like I said, it was a really interesting trade. You severely set back the tech of the Zerg player by taking out that Hive and the Infestation Pit. In fact, we should see an Infestation Pit resumed any moment here. But Frameshow lost a ton of army down here, so it definitely cut into his ability to follow up with an attack. Here is the aforementioned attack. It is getting ready now, and we kind of had a reset of sorts, but I do think in the end, this probably favors Frameshow quite a bit. The more that I think about it, his 3-3 will finish up. The Infestation Pit is only about half of the way done. Even if Dust goes straight into Hive, as soon as that Infestation Pit is done, he's going to have to deal, or he should have to deal, with this attack at least once. We take a look at the army supply. It's 132 to 102 in favor of Frameshow. That's not where a Zerg wants to be, especially when there is no Hive tech in that 102 army supply. Hive is starting right away, so Dust is doing the best that he can to get himself into a position to be able to hold this attack. But I mean, this is going to be such a powerful attack. I want to say there are about, what, 5 or 6 tanks here? I'm sorry, yeah, so 5 tanks here. Another small squad on the right-hand side. The spine crawlers will be able to deal with that, so shouldn't be any trouble there. A couple of liberators are added in. They're pretty much just going to add some space control. Excellent positioning on the tanks behind this terrain blocker. Dust is rightfully pulling all of his units over here to defend. His series life is now on the line. This base here is not so important. Bangs are going to crash into a lot of the bio. The tanks are really going to show their value now. I'm not sure if Dust is able to hold. The Liberators are taking out some of the Hydras. I think Dust just barely repels this attack. So close. Dust has done it. I mean, that was beautiful positioning for Frameshow. It happened right before +3 armor finished. Maybe that would have made a difference, but Dust just bought himself a new life here. I cannot believe he was able to hold on. He's going to go into Ultralisks too, so he's not going straight into the Greater Spire. I'm wondering if he actually wants to burst down this planetary fortress, which might work. Depends on if any of his units are killed prior to them closing the distance. He actually kept this 6th base alive as well, too. Did I say 6th? Yeah, that is the 6th. I'm sorry. Yeah, because this is the 5th. So I cannot believe Dust actually managed to hold that. He actually traded quite well in that fight, and Frameshow's positioning was really strong too. Frameshow realizes, okay, my opportunity to end the game with a timing is over. This one's going late game, and it's going to be determined by all of those pure RTS fundamentals, the proper mechanics, the macro, the multitasking, the micro. So no more timing attacks, no more hard counters, whether it's in terms of units or build orders. It's just whoever is the better player from here on out is going to win. Ghosts are going to be on the field, so even if Broodlords are out, there are a lot of Liberators. Mostly in that scenario, Liberators will kill Broodlings as they close the distance more than anything else. Frameshow is still making tanks, so what I said about hard counters actually might not be true. If Frameshow continues to make tanks here, they will start fighting against his own bio once Broodlords are out. I was actually kind of assuming that he would stop making tanks. With that being said, as long as there aren't too many tanks, and as long as they're in super defensive positions, they can be fine just to sort of discourage the Hydraling Bane from rushing in. But if he makes too many of them, as I said before, they'll just start fighting the Terran army. Now, there are going to be a lot of ghosts out there. Remains to be seen if we'll see any nukes. There's no sensor tower on this side. And Dust is actually coming around here, around the left side of the map, with a really big counterattack. Without a sensor tower, this can actually do really significant damage. Dust is just posturing. He's occupying the attention of Frameshow, who might lose 4 or even 5 ghosts here. I'm not sure if he doesn't have Cloak or if he just forgot to cloak them. Dust is he's working his way into the main as he's going to burst down this planetary. If he so chooses, looks like he's going to take out the Liberators first. Banelings are going to crash into that planetary fortress, destroys that. All of the bio of Frameshow has come back to defend, but Dust can just crash into this planetary as well. He's going to take him down to 3 bases. Now, that was a very expensive investment from Dust. At the same time, he killed a lot of Liberators, killed a lot of expensive units of Frameshow, and he still has a 6th base up. So Dust is just doing a phenomenal job right now. Frameshow is adding 3 command centers at the moment. I believe he was maxed and had accumulated a lot of minerals. I mean, his economy was really good, so it makes sense. He definitely wants to repair this orbital. Don't want to be on a 2 orbital economy, even when you're maxed. You want those scans, and of course, the more orbitals you have, the more mules, which means the less SCVs you need, which means the bigger army. We see that Frameshow is actually only on 38 workers. If I'm in his position, I'm probably going to remake some. I know mules are great and everything, but 38 workers, that is pretty darn low. So we do have the Greater Spire. I'm not sure if we have any Corruptors just yet. Yeah, so no Corruptors, and the army is maxed. So what Dust should look to do in this scenario is start trading some units. Free up some supply, and hopefully kill something good for it. But, ooh, Frameshow definitely wants to save these. Those are going to help against the Ultralisks a lot. But anyway, Dust wants to free up some supply, get out the Corruptors, and then just start shelling away at the Terran base with the Broodlords. Only 1 tank remains. Unfortunately for Frameshow, he's not up against that Broodlord army yet. So he actually does need tanks right now. Dust is going to collapse on this position from multiple angles. It looks like he's going to have the numbers to break through as well, especially with those Ultralisks. They're just soaking up so much damage. All of the bio is destroyed. And a certain French caster we all know and love would implore us right now to look at the supply. Or is it the supply or le supply? Anyway, you get the point. The creep spread has pretty much just not stopped this game. Dust is expanding all over the map, and now he is in his wheelhouse. This is where Dust wants to be. Actually, I think he's remaxing on the, he is remaxing on the Hydraling Bane Ultra, not even bothering to go into the Corruptors for the Broodlords right now. I don't really even blame him. This is going to be the faster way to close out the game. So Dust is just going to go for it, sees the vulnerability, seizes the throat. GG is called. Dust is not going down without a fight, ladies and gentlemen. Giggle Bear, hey, what's up, man? Oh, damn it. All right, so I have to say hello to him in the chat. Please, no French accent. Sick game. All right, we're gonna host up on Redshift. Definitely a Terran favored map. I veto it. I hate it. Hate gimmicky maps, as you guys know. I say it all the time. But it is definitely Terran favored. Le supply. Du dost est très bien. Très bien. I'm trying, you know, I know a few French words, and that's probably the best that I can do. All right, let's see. What did I miss in the chat, ladies and gentlemen? Got a lot of gamblers in the chat today. Accent is okay. Yeah? What was it good? How dare you doing it, Jiggy? She's a strong, independent woman, doesn't need no man to tell her what to do. So, you lay off of her, son. I realize that in sticking up for her, I'm sort of cutting into the strong, independent case, so maybe I should shut up. I would just build 5 macro hatches. 2018, never hive. Yeah, I actually thought that Frameshow may have closed that one out there. But, I mean, Dust, especially after killing that hive, that was crazy. But it's like I said, Dust did a fantastic job in the right side of the map, killing such a huge chunk of army that Frameshow couldn't capitalize right away. Dust did a phenomenal job just buying time to get out that hive tech army. And I can't believe he won that engagement outside of his 6th base, too. Frameshow's positioning was great. Oh, thank you, Ken. I appreciate it, man. Score, yep, need to update the score. Thank you, Falconet. You jealous? There we go. It's here. Fire back. You got this one. I know it. Jiggy's no match for you. All right. 3-1 Frameshow. I would love it. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I would love it if this goes to game 7. I'm a Terran and everything, in case you couldn't tell. But I would love if this goes to game 7. I think casters always root for the game, for the series to go to the final game. You know, it hypes itself. That was definitely the best game. I will say that was definitely the best game of the series so far. Most competitive, most back and forth. The builds in the first 2 games in particular, I thought were really interesting. The third game was close as well, but there wasn't much of a back and forth. It was like one fight that was really close, and and Frameshow did enough to win. The first 2 games, though, I thought were really interesting. Great metagaming from Frameshow. But that last game was just awesome. Super competitive. Anyway, in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, coming off of his first win in this best of 7, looking to carry that momentum into game number 5. It's the yellow Zerg, Dust. It looks like a couple of biceps, doesn't it? I have no idea what that is. Anyway, his opponent in the top left, fighting on the map of his choice, looking to close it out here on his second opportunity at match point. It's the Red Terran, Frameshow. So one major concern here for Dust is, as I was saying prior to the game, this is a heavily Terran favored map. I don't know if, in TVZ at least, I'm actually not too sure about TVP, but I'm not sure if Frameshow plays it or not. The reason I say that is because he could have chosen this map earlier. He's chosen to wait. I think probably most Terrans, at least like most GM Terrans that I see, or or pro level Terrans are able to abuse the heck out of this map with like tanks here, you know, possibly even here, or even down here. So you can have your bio here, your tanks here. So what the Zerg needs to do, the bio is going to be fighting here, and they can protect the tanks, right? With Medivacs, they'll have high ground to attack things like Queens. The tanks will be shelling away at Queens, and Zergs will often have to wrap around Lingbane all the way around here to try to get on top of the tanks. And obviously the tanks are going to be able to get off a few shots before then, not to mention the fact that the bio is positioned up here, or can even try to pull units through this choke point as well. I mean, this is a really, really abusable map for Terran. 2-1-1 into tank, I think, you know, it's very standard, but I don't think you need anything more than that on this map. I think Frameshow's got to go for the most abusive build possible. I wouldn't even mind seeing him go for that 5 racks variation. Theoretically, he won't even really need to push this third base location. Zerg can pretty much never, ever take this. Never, ever, forever, ever, whatever. Unless they open with something crazy like a Ravager build to keep the Terran at home. But yeah, that's not Dust's style at all. So Frameshow does not need to attack this. All he needs to do is overwhelm Dust here. Now, we don't need to focus too much on Dust build. He's going with you know, everything the same as the first 4 games, you know, as every other game in this series so far. Frameshow just being annoying, not really going to accomplish anything there. Probably wants to just go check, make sure the third base is on location. Dust knows he's up against the gold base. But yeah, everything's standard so far. After this starport, we'll see if additional barracks are added. Or I should say, I believe generally speaking, after the medevacs. After the medevacs are made, then the additional barracks come down. I pretty much never play additional barracks with this build, though. Maybe it's something that I should start doing. Reaper verifies that there is a third base. He hasn't seen the natural, though. Yeah, that'd actually be pretty funny. Like, it's a 1 base play. Goes for the for like the 3-minute natural at the third base location, and is spreading creep here just to make him think that he's actually on 3 bases, but he's on 2, and then he nitises. That would be like the sickest thing of all time. That would be awesome. Unfortunately, that's not what we're seeing here. So a third gas being added, this tells me he wants additional barracks. If you're adding that third gas, probably going to see a tech lab here as well. Double eBay. But yeah, if you're adding a third gas prior to your third command center, you're gonna look to do some damage for sure. Marines are being loaded up. I think they're yeah, just barely. I'm not sure if Dust saw that. It shouldn't matter. I mean, he pretty much should just expect this. But they're gonna come in here, try to hit the main base, which again is the most common play on this map. Should be seeing the third barracks pretty soon. There's gonna be a lot of gas. In fact, okay, this tells me he wants to go five racks, almost definitely. He's actually getting a Viking. I mean, that's really interesting. He will be able to clear a couple of overlords with it. Cancellation on the macro hatch. Frameshow's got to be careful. That's a lot of queens and no combat shields. These Marines are going to die, period. They might get a couple more queens here. A couple more queens here. A random person messages me and asks who I am. Oh, okay, I get it. Alright, anyway, so the Viking is going to get 1 kill, probably should get another one. I am a bit holy crap, he is adding on a lot of racks at the same time. Oh, then why are you asking who I am? Anyway, third base is being added. Another Overlord goes down, but it's not going to create a supply block. What is my real nick? What? All right, I'm gonna ignore this guy for now. I wish I would have put on busy. But anyway, we don't have any tanks with this, do we? Yeah, no tanks. So it's actually just pure bio. Dust can definitely hold this, and this brings me back to what I was talking about before the interruption there, which I apologize for. It's that Frameshow actually lost a lot of bio. He took out a couple of queens, but like, what does it matter for Dust? He still has 4 queens here to defend. He still has queens at each base. Good positioning. He's killing lings. But, I mean, these Marines are going to die too. I have to say, this is actually kind of a disaster for Frameshow so far. You know, Dust still has a queen at each base for the injects, and these queens are, I mean, they're just bonus. The creep spread is already underway, so Frameshow was able to kill some lings, able to kill a couple of queens, but losing the Marines in that first, the initial drop, really set back this follow-up push, and without tanks, I think there was just such a limited shelf life, or I should say more like limited potential with that follow-up attack. The reason why I thought this was weird, by the way, earlier is because we have 6 racks. That's, you know, that's pretty unusual. Usually you go up to 8 racks. But even then, that's usually when you have 4 bases. So I think Frameshow just mistakenly added an extra barracks. I mean, I don't know. Maybe with the gold. 6 racks is the thing. I'm really not sure. Yeah, not too confident about that for Frameshow's sake. Good job there by Dust. In position to defend. Might take some losses here. Shouldn't be too bad. I mean, with that being said, he's only on 46 drones. So, yeah, let me take that back. He's on 46 drones, 38 now. And he doesn't have a 4th base yet. So, like, the more I think about it, he has the macro hatch. I mean, obviously, oh my goodness. He has the macro hatch, so that definitely helps with his production, but his economy is not in good shape right now. Not at all. He did just complete a round of probably 3 million. He just went from, what, 38 to 57 in 1 round. So even still, without a 4th base, and I mean, 57 drones is actually a relatively low count for this stage of the game. Without a 4th base, he's not in great shape here. Actually a bit worried for Dust now. Frameshow is going to poke again. Might get a queen. He's got to be very careful here. Dust is on top of this defense. He's able to push Frameshow back. Frameshow, for his part, is now getting his 4th base. I'm really confused as to why Dust is waiting so long to get his 4th base. I'm just not sure what the idea is here. He really, really needs that 4th base. At this point, it's probably like 2-3 minutes late. Anyway, Dust is going to be able to defend this quite easily. Picks off 1 medevac, but Frameshow is coming around the right side of the map. I mean, there's no army. The worker count only now is hit 60, which again is pretty damn low. And this 4th base location is the easiest to push, especially, I mean, if Frameshow really wants, he can put tanks up here. You know, drop some bio down here. I'm actually not sure if this is in tank range. Again, I've got this map vetoed, so I'm not sure how to abuse it to the maximum. But I think there's just way too much Terran here for Dust to deal with. I think he's going to close it out. GG is called. Frameshow takes it, ladies and gentlemen, 4-1. My real Nick? What? I don't even know what my name is in Discord. I don't use Discord that much. Alright, so that one is over. Ladies and gentlemen, good games. Very well played. Frameshow getting some vengeance there for the previous series. One second, guys. Just want to check to make sure I'm in this team Discord. But yeah, 4-1 victory for Frame Show. Very well played games. The next series I see them play, I really would like to see Dust mix it up a bit so that Frame Show can't metagame him as hard. I think Frame Show did an excellent job of that, particularly in the first 3 games, where those builds were, as I was pointing out during the games, were tailor-made to exploit the vulnerabilities of Dust's build. Okay, yeah, so he's an admin. Is my name I don't even know what my name is. Yeah, it's Symphonic. Okay. I didn't even know what my Discord name was. I don't use it all that much. All right, guys, let me scroll up through chat, see what I missed. All right, what did I miss in chat? Why? I was like, I will check. Like, I check in on Discord. I usually check my messages, but I don't sit there and talk very much on it. Not sure why, to tell you the truth. I don't use TeamSpeak. I used to use TeamSpeak. Okay. Trying to scroll up as best as I can. Frames. Dust was about to. Did I miss that drama? Yeah, apparently. Twitch chat drama is best drama. Absolutely. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Use more Discord, especially a tier server. I always check in the general chat on a tier server. Definitely do that. Okay, did I miss anything in chat, guys? If so, just ping me. Doing my best to keep up with it. You guys have been active, which is what I love to see. Yeah, thanks again for the follow, Slide Talent. Okay, one second. I'm gonna pull up this song in the background so I don't forget to check it out. It is death metal, so it's probably gonna destroy my ears. So need to turn my volume down a bit as well. Anyway, so I got that queued up. We'll listen to that after the stream. I think I'm gonna play a couple of ladder games, guys. You have a music background? Yeah, I play classical piano, and I play drums and percussions, like drums, congas, bongos. I like playing Latin music as well. I didn't study it in school, but I have taken private lessons on piano for, shoot, I don't know, what, 12 years? and took lessons on drums. Then I taught lessons, just a kid, just basic level of drums as well. Used to play in a few bands on the drums, but yeah, nowadays just play for pleasure, obviously, but love music. Okay, my degrees in music performance. Oh, sweet. Play some piano as well. That's awesome, man. Well, glad to have you around then. Come by more often and talk some shot with me. So I'm assuming if you play trombone. Well, first of all, did you play in an orchestra? If I'm not mistaken, some jazz ensembles have trombone as well, right? And not to mention you can just play in various brass-oriented ensembles too. But yeah, so what kind of music do you like to play? Let's see. My degree in music performance is mechanical keyboard. Yeah. Taka, 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 taka. All right, I'm gonna get a game or two. Game or two on ladder here. Gonna be a relatively short stream today, guys. Got a few things I have to take care of, but definitely want to get a couple of games in. Thank you very much for the follow. And I'm guessing it's pronounced win, right? Just want to scare myself with the acceleration I have. Played in an orchestra all throughout college. Played jazz and funk. Ooh, well, yeah, I love funk, funk rock, blues, like New Orleans style Cajun music. Played wind bands before orchestra. Favorite was studio stuff. Won a video game. Oh wow, man, that would be awesome. Especially nowadays. All right, I don't want to rant, but I am not a fan of contemporary classical music. I think the best classical music, for the most part, nowadays, is in film scores, films and video games. So obviously that's still contemporary classical music, but specifically, program music, such as for the aforementioned genres. I'm not a big fan of contemporary composers in general. I think they've lost the plot, along with contemporary artists. But again, I said I'm not gonna rant, so I should shut my mouth at this point. Anyway, it's really cool to have a fellow musician on the stream.
Big job. Bad news.
Additional supply depots.
I agree, some contemporary classical stuff is brutal. Yes, thank you. Yes, it is. It really is. It's not very musical in many cases. There are a few. I'm gonna get wrecked this game because I'm talking. I forgot to switch to my streaming account as well, which is, by the way, guys, that's why I have a separate account set up for streaming, because I like to talk and check chat while I play, and I get destroyed a lot. But so I will say there are a couple of contemporary composers. Okay, actually I can think of one. Again, not counting film and video game composers. But Arvo Part, he's a minimalist composer. I think he's Estonian, Lithuanian, or Latvian. I can't recall right now. But I do like a lot of his music. Besides him, literally can't think of a single other contemporary composer. Again, not counting film and video game composers. I think oh shoot, what is his name? The Japanese composer composes a lot of the Nintendo stuff, like Legend of Zelda music. Koji Kondo, I believe is his name. He has a lot of good music. Very different kinds of music. Oh, darn it. You know what? I actually wanted to play Hellion Raven, but again, I'm not really paying attention. Oh well, 2-on-1 it is, boys. But also, Howard Shore, who of course composed the Lord of the Rings themes, among other music. I think he's very good too. Okay, our boy here.
Not enough minerals.
He's mining gas. Not quite able to see if that was enough. Oh my god, I'm so terrible right now, guys. Alright, yeah. I need to switch to my streaming account because I'm gonna get destroyed. I am gonna get utterly destroyed. I'm just not paying attention at all. I'm supply blocking myself. I'm thinking way too much about music and not about StarCraft. Get back here. Get over here.
Add-on complete.
no way I'm gonna get it, right? I got it!
Yeah, baby.
Alright.
Additional supply depots required.
No. There we go. He's probably just gonna Ling Bane all in me now, and I'm gonna lose.
Done. What's it worth? What?
Oh, come on! I was right there. How you gonna do that to me? How you gonna play me like that, bro?
Add-on complete.
Gangway coming through.
Would have liked to have kept that alive for sure.
Not enough minerals.
Okay, I'm really gonna try to pay attention to the game now.
Not enough
That's why I'm here,
minerals.
right? It's a game. That's why you guys are here, right? It's a game.
Command
Or watch
center
gaming.
upgrade complete.
What's Bandit. SCV.
Not enough.
This better be good.
Not
Go,
enough.
go, go.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough.
That's an eight. You want a piece of me, boy?
Not enough minerals.
Go, go, go.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Been waiting.
Not enough minerals.
You can.
Not enough minerals.
Alright, we're gonna try something a little bit different with this 2-on-1, boys. I've not yet tried it. I've only seen it done. Does he have Overlord speed? Yes, he does.
You want a piece of me,
So,
boy? Shoot, big
no tech was hidden that day.
SCV ready.
I don't want him to see the tech lab on my factory.
This better be good.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not
Go, go, go.
not enough minerals.
Gonna go single eBay.
Not enough minerals. Not enough.
Who wants some?
Not enough.
This better be good.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough.
Ready for dust off.
That's
Ready for pickup.
SCV ready. You want a piece of me, boy? Gangway coming. SCV ready.
Research complete.
SCV ready. Go, go, go.
Now,
SCV ready. Want some? This better be good.
Okay, that was not clean at all.
What's going on? Huh?
Not clean at all.
ready for dust off.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Hey,
Insufficient Vespine. Not enough minerals. Not enough.
armed and ready. SCV ready.
Not enough.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine.
SCV ready. This better be good. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Who wants some? Armed?
Ready.
SCV ready.
Okay, I thought that was a Mutalisk for a second. That would have sucked. Would have been the game.
SCV ready.
Okay, Hydras.
Not enough minerals.
Good to verify that.
Been waiting on
Upgrade complete.
you. You want a piece of me, boy? SCV ready. This better be
Research complete.
Who wants some?
Where's the emergency?
Armed?
Now what?
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Ready for dust off.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Go, go, go!
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Queued up, ready to go! What?
Now what?
Gangway, coming through.
Oh, okay. Well,
Better be good.
don't need that one. Not now, anyway.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Me.
Not enough mineral field depleted. Upgrade complete. Mineral field.
Go, go, go! SCV ready to gear.
Additional supply depots.
Armed and ready.
Additional supply depots required.
Been waiting. You gonna give me orders? SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Add-on. Not additional supply depots required.
Drop. Talk to me.
Additional supply depots required. Research complete.
Queued up, ready to go.
Not enough. Mineral field depleted.
Roger. Coming through.
Waiting on you.
What's going on? This better be good. Bring it.
Talk to me. Where?
You gonna give me orders? Ready to roll out.
Picking up or?
What's going on? Gateway, coming through. Been waiting on you.
Now.
Armed and ready.
Not enough minerals.
What's going on? Big job, huh? You want a piece of me, boy?
Upgrade complete.
Who wants some?
Ready for dust off.
Okay, he's still on lair. That's a good sign.
Upgrade complete.
Huh? This better be good. Go, go, go! In the rear with the gear.
Our SCVs are under attack. Add-on complete. Not enough minerals.
Armed and
Not enough minerals.
Ready for dust.
Not enough minerals. Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals.
bad news. Gangway, coming through. This better be good.
Mineral field
Boom, baby!
upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Who wants some? Yeah. Armed and ready.
Not enough minerals.
Ready to roll.
Not enough.
We could use some help
No.
here. It's go time.
Not enough minerals.
Gangway,
Not enough minerals.
this better
Not enough minerals. Not enough. Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals.
be in the
No.
rear. Let's have a blast.
Add-on complete.
Okay, there we go.
Brother, you
Good thing I saw that out of the corner of my eye.
boy.
Not enough.
Gangway, coming through.
Not enough minerals. Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals.
Want some? What's that? Armed and ready.
Not enough energy.
Queued up, ready to go.
Not enough minerals.
You this better be orders. Ready to roll.
Not
Shoot, I
enough.
need a scan. Need a scan.
Boy. Brother. Gangway, let's have a blast.
Add-on complete. Upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Shoot, need to scan again. Come on, man.
Add on.
What's up with that?
Mineral field. Not enough minerals. 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 Not enough minerals.
By the numbers. Go, go, go!
Not enough. Upgrade complete.
Yo! I want some. Let's have a blast. You want a piece of me, boy?
Not enough minerals. Not enough energy.
Want some?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
We could use some help here.
Not enough minerals.
Want a piece of me, boy?
Not enough minerals.
Want some? What's our target?
Base is under not enough minerals.
Want a piece of me, boy?
Not enough minerals.
Ready.
Not enough. Not enough minerals. Not enough energy.
Damn, my wrist is hurting. Alright, GG. That Zerg has bad reaction time. I agree, he was pretty slow. But I mean, yeah, he was a lot lower than me in MMR. Me and Dust agreed on making this a weekly. Oh, that sounds great. Alright, let me hop onto my streaming account. I need to get my MMR up on the streaming account on EU anyway. We got the NA into Master 3 last stream, but still have a bit of work to do here on EU. So you had 2.5k gas in the bank, I think, in the end. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Is your wrist bad? Can play if you're feeling okay. I'd be down to play. It's kind of, I don't know, kind of locking up. I need to stretch it a bit. But yeah, I'll play for sure. Let me get one more game in here. I didn't play at all yesterday, so I just want to get another practice game in. Hey, what's up, Powerade Floyd? Good to see you. Let me see what else I missed in the chat. I feel kind of violated now. Yeah, Gwyn, you won't get banned. As long, I trust people, generally speaking, with links. If you post an inappropriate link, obviously, then the mods take care of that. But crazy games of Valencia today. I saw some of the games, but I started casting Frameshover's Dust during it. Second. Decent chance you've heard me in a number of video games. Seriously, that's freaking awesome. I was on a studio recording for Synth. That is so freaking cool, man. Yeah, no, Jiggy never sleeps. That's true. Wait, what? How did I join a clan channel? Oh, that's right. This is the clan that I made for July 4th. All right, let me get one game in here just to start getting this MMR up. Freaking wrist is like locking up. It's really annoying. All right, we're gonna go with Proxy Rex here.
Huh? What's going on? SCV ready. Yo, huh?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Big job, huh?
Lost every single one of your points.
Huh?
Dang, man.
Bad news?
Wrecked.
What's going on? SCV ready. Gotcha. Man, man the rear.
Not enough minerals.
I actually think my second
ready.
gas was a bit too fast there.
Go ahead. Big.
Oh well. Can I spoiler something? It depends what it is. What's it about? I mean, to be honest, I probably won't care, but maybe somebody in
Let's go.
chat does. Alright, this boy should know what I'm up to here.
Will do.
Should know.
SCV ready.
Oh,
SCV
next group of
ready.
Valence. I don't mind if you spoil that.
Insufficient
Personally.
Vespene gas. Insufficient Vespene gas.
Go ahead. Bad news. Man the rear with the. Huh? Man the rear.
Okay, he's not
Go
expanding,
ahead.
so I don't have to commit hard to this at all.
The Grim Reaper has arrived. Bad news? I'm listening. All right. Death from above.
Command center upgrade complete. Add-on. Base is under attack. Our SCVs are under attack.
Got something for me to kill.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Oh. What's it worth? What? You want something?
Oh my goodness, he got me.
Death from above.
Or did he?
Base is under attack.
Let's have I'm in a world of hurt. That's a negatory. It's blocked. I'm listening.
That was so bad. So bad.
News? SCV ready. Right.
Don't leave me hanging. Go on. Time's a wasting. Oh,
SCV ready.
Base is under attack.
say the word, baby. It's go time. Got it. Just
Comms open. Inside of SCV ready. The Grim Reaper has arrived. I'm going out.
got a whole lot of luck.
What's going on? Huh?
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Sure.
Death from above.
Don't leave me hanging. It's about to get.
SCV ready. Go ahead.
Got a.
Fear the Reaper Man.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready. What's it worth?
Go on. Just say when.
SCV ready.
I'm in a world of hurt.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Go ahead. What's going on?
Don't think I have to worry about any crazy, anything crazy like War Boy TT, but I'm gonna throw one down just to be safe.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Ended up
Not
banking a
enough
lot of gas.
Not
Jeez.
enough minerals.
Because I had to bail out of the Marauder since he killed my tech lab. Good job by him, by the way.
Bad news?
Engine screaming. Holla back.
Command center upgrade complete.
Turbine.
Come on in, the water's warm.
Complete. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Alright, so obviously he
Not
knows the
enough
Banshee is in play now,
minerals.
so he should be prepared for that.
In the rear with the gear. Huh? Big job.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Research. Not enough minerals.
Call the ball. Done and done. Engine screaming.
SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
I got my ears on.
SCV ready.
Yeah, so
SCV
he had
ready.
his observer out already.
Yeah? Fine.
SCV ready.
Not enough. Not enough.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Holy crap.
You're on the ball. Bad news. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Oh, it's on.
What's going? SCV ready. SCV ready.
Upgrade complete. Add-on complete. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. SCV ready. Big job. SCV ready. SCV.
Let's have a blast.
Call the ball.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Ready for duck.
SCV ready. In the rear.
Time.
Research complete. Not enough minerals.
Holding.
SCV ready.
Confirmed. Done and done.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not add-on. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Oh, it's on.
Ready for dust off.
Go ahead.
Got a hole. Say, don't leave me.
SCV.
Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals.
Kaboom, baby.
SCV ready.
Add-on. Not enough minerals.
Lay it on me.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade.
Want some? This
Upgrade.
better be good. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Let's have a blast.
Not enough minerals.
It's go time. It's about to get heavy.
SCV ready.
Okay, +1 attack.
Not enough minerals. Not
Want a piece of me, boy?
Let's have a blast.
Not enough research. Not enough minerals.
Time.
Where's the emergency? Dropping off.
What's that? In the rear with the gear.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Kaboom, baby.
Okay, Templar Archives.
What's going on?
Oh, it's on.
Now,
Don't leave.
Not enough minerals.
This guy's in good position.
Got a hole.
Go, go, go!
Not enough minerals.
Armed and ready.
I want to distract him with this.
Not enough minerals.
It's go time.
Not enough minerals.
I heard that.
Not enough minerals. Not
It's
enough
gonna
minerals.
world hurt.
Not enough minerals.
This better be
Okay, he must have an observer here, right?
Kaboom.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah, there
Not
it is.
enough
Okay.
minerals. Not enough minerals. Not
Oh,
enough
it's on.
minerals. Not enough minerals.
You want a piece
Not
of me,
enough
boy?
minerals.
Let's have a blast.
That's not a good forge
Believe
position,
it.
as far as I can tell,
Ready
right?
for dust off.
It's go.
Ready for dust off. Picking up or dropping off.
Don't leave me hanging.
Talk to me.
Say the word.
Light flight here.
This better be good. Armed and ready.
Mineral field depleted.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Oh, it's on.
Huh? By the number.
Okay, 62.
Who wants some?
It's go time.
Go, go, go!
Kaboom, baby.
Bad news? Gangway, coming through.
Let's have a blast.
Not enough minerals.
Go, go, go! Orders?
Mineral field depleted. Upgrade complete. Not
It's
enough
about to get heavy.
Upgrade
go
of
time.
minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Who wants some?
Not enough minerals.
This better be good.
Don't leave me hanging.
Ghost reporting.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Who wants some?
Upgrade.
Ghost reporting. Armed and ready. Ghost reporting. Go, go, go! Don't make wait.
Time's a waste.
Yeesh.
It's go time.
Out with it. Solo.
Mineral
Who
field
wants
depleted.
some?
Okay, so he doesn't have stone either. I mean, it doesn't
Go,
really matter.
go,
The
go!
game, game should be over, but
It's about to get.
This better be good.
Let's have a blast.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
all right. There we go. A little more progress on that MMR. It's gonna take a while. No Colossus, no Storm. I mean, yeah. This is my. This is the EU account though, Falconet. So I'm playing guys who are lower, you know, a lot lower MMR. All right. What did I miss in chat? Ooh, Raynor versus Cyril. That will be a really good match. I mean, I'm guessing Cyril will win, or I'm predicting Cyril will win, but Raynor is definitely on a roll, especially after his GSL performance. Less Terran on ladder. Come on, bro. Yeah, No Regret is from Canada. Yeah, I'm on the EU streaming account EU, trying to get the MMR up here. So played one game on my main account on EU earlier, prior to this one, but. By the way, guys, is Valencia done for today? I feel there's 10 times more Terran since Mario McKay game was asked. Yeah, I mean, that may be true. I'm actually not sure how Terran. I mean, I know that I know Terran statistically is the most represented race on ladder, but in the higher league, Zerg is the most represented in Master and Grandmaster. Giant Zerg, Silver, Silver. Sorry. 55 games versus 10, 41 versus toss, only 30. Really? That's pretty crazy. One second, guys. Here, I just have to check my Discord. I'm so bad with freaking Discord. Like, I see that there's a mention, so I want to check it, and then I just end up sitting here scrolling forever trying to find it. Not sure it is even worth it at this point. All right, well, probably missed it somewhere in there. Anyway. No more. Already played on ladder. Did you smurf her, Ken? Is that what happened? All right. Let's see. Naka, if you're still in chat, I'm down to play a game or two before I get something to eat. Oh, in Pete mode? I actually don't know how close this account is to Master 2. Okay, I mean, not super close. All right, let's get some voice chat going here. You guys can hear Naka's sexy voice. I'm sure that'll make the stream more entertaining. Yo, what's up?
Hello. I actually don't have spicy memes. It was just, I was just trying to lure you in.
Yeah, I know. I mean, everybody just, dude, the word meme is so meaningless nowadays.
Oh!
Oh yeah, everybody uses it for every scenario. So
Yeah, what a meme.
yeah, exactly. I mean, the word meme is a meme in and of itself.
Alright. Oh, by the way, got an Age of Mythology deathmatch tournament coming up. Not sure if you want to cast.
I would. I just don't know if I know what I'm talking about anymore. But I would.
Fair
I'm so out of the game.
enough. It would be pretty chill, so I think it would be okay.
I'd do
If
it.
you're interested.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'd do it. Definitely.
Yeah, it's on Steam tomorrow, so.
Oh, okay. What time tomorrow?
3 p.m. GMT. So it's like an hour before our Doom Drop tournaments used to
Okay, what is
be.
that, like 11? Okay,
Yeah.
I might be able. I've got my chess lesson, I think at 12, which is when our Doom Drop tournaments start. So yeah, yeah, actually not sure.
Okay. Well, if you do show up, you can use the Doom Drop account.
Okay. I mean,
That could be interesting.
yeah, I'd like to show up and see who's playing at the very least, just to check it out.
Yeah. Okay, well, you ready to go here?
Yeah, let's do it. Cause I probably only have like 1 or 2 in me before I'm gonna get something to eat. But
Yep.
we're
Go
gonna
best of
practice
3
on.
then.
Sure. Was it Sunday? Did we say we'll practice?
Yes, definitely Sunday.
All right, cool.
So we can do like 2 best of 7s or whatever that day.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be down.
Or a best of 11, whatever.
Yeah, as long as we get games in, okay.
What's going on? SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah, what it? Huh? Huh? Go. Go SCV
Did you ladder today?
No,
Additional supply depots.
I was just working. Shortened my day by working during lunch.
Not enough minerals.
Well, I did do some games on Wednesday. And it was quite okay. I actually almost got promoted again. Then got slapped.
So that's when you messaged me and told me that you beat a Master 1 Zerg a few games in a row?
Twice in a row. And there was a Master 1 Protoss too.
Nice.
And I lost 4 games in a row. It was really, really sad.
Dude, that has happened to me so many times though. It happened to me this season on my main account on NA. Was one game from re-promoting back to Master 2 and then
Oh man.
lost a bunch of it happened. It seems like it happens to me every season. Like every single season that I come back from a break,
Not
it
enough
happens. Like the
minerals.
first few games I'll win, get close to the re-promotion, and then I'll get stomped. But
It's almost like if you're on a roll, you should quit.
yeah, seriously.
Command center upgrade complete.
Because the matchmaker will be like, oh, you're on a roll. I
Yeah.
see what it is.
Yeah, seriously.
Reaper has arrived. Big job, huh? Bad news, SCV ready. Big job. In the rear. Bad.
Not enough minerals.
What? What's going on? Huh? SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready. Yeah. What's it worth? Oh yeah, baby.
Not enough.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Nothing I can't handle. What's going on?
Command center. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Add-on complete.
Bet. Ready to raise some hell.
Not
SCV ready.
not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Where?
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Where's the room? This better be you could ready to raise some hell. Big job. SCV ready to raise some hell.
Additional supply depots required.
SCV ready. What's going on? SCV ready. Going light it up. I can't build here. SCV ready. SCV ready to raise some hell. SCV ready. SCV ready. Ah! You scared me! SCV ready. SCV ready. In the rear with the gear. SCV ready. SCV ready.
State your request.
Add-on complete.
Combat. Awaiting.
SCV ready.
Understood.
SCV ready.
Order acknowledged.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Ready for dust off.
Insufficient
Ready to
best
roll.
gas.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. SCV ready. Big job.
Complete.
What's going on?
Command. Engineering at ready for service.
Add-on complete.
Go, go, go.
State your
SCV ready. Armed and ready.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Fueled up, ready to go. SCV ready. This better be good. I'm waiting on you. Talk to me, boss. Want some? SCV ready. SCV ready.
ready.
SCV ready.
Oh, that's not something I've done in a while. Transfusing drones.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
SCV ready.
It's the first time I've tried this build. I kind of like it. I think it has a lot of potential.
It is good.
Not enough minerals.
Awaiting
What you need? SCV ready.
state your
Armed and ready. Right. In the rear.
Not enough minerals.
SCV
Not
ready.
enough. Upgrade complete.
Fueled up, ready to go.
Add-on complete. Upgrade. Not enough minerals.
This better be good. Gangway, coming through.
Waiting on you.
Ah! Go ahead. What's going on?
Insufficient Vespene gas.
You want a piece of me, boy? Go, go, go! Who wants some?
Mineral field.
This better be good. Woo-hoo! Oh, bad news? Gangway.
Add-on complete. Research.
Armed and ready. You want a piece of me, boy? Let's have a will do.
Not enough minerals.
Who wants some?
Waiting on you.
Go, go, go!
Not enough minerals.
Oh, it's off.
You want a piece of me, boy? Gangway, coming through.
Not enough. Research complete. Not enough minerals. Upgrade complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Mineral field depleted.
Huh? Who wants some?
Mineral field.
Armed and ready.
Not enough minerals.
Go, go, go!
It's about to get heavy.
Yeah!
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Gangway. Who wants some?
Command center.
Ready to roll in.
Upgrade.
This better be good. You want a piece of me, boy?
Awaiting orders. Command.
Not enough minerals.
By the numbers. Let
Not enough minerals.
let's have
Not enough minerals.
Gangway.
Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
What's that? Go, go, go! This better be good. Who wants some? You want a piece of me, boy?
field depleted.
Let's have a blast.
Not enough minerals. Not enough.
Gateway coming through.
Loud and clear.
Kaboom, baby.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Ooh, it's on.
What's our target?
Go.
Not enough minerals.
Want some?
Upgrade complete. Not enough minerals.
It's go time.
Not enough minerals.
Here's your stuff. Pick an effort.
Want a piece of me, boy? Come.
Not enough minerals.
Huh? Go ahead.
Not enough minerals.
Who wants some? This better be good.
Talk to.
Add-on complete.
You want a piece of me?
About to get heavy.
Not enough minerals.
Somebody, get me out of this mess.
Not enough minerals. Not enough. Upgrade complete.
Bad enough. Who wants?
Somebody, get me out of this mess.
Go.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough.
We could use some help here.
Not enough minerals.
Let's go. Ready for dust off.
Not enough minerals.
You want a piece of me, boy? Ready to blunder.
Not enough energy. Mineral field. Unacceptable command. Mineral
It
field
could have been
depleted.
bad. Actually, not sure. Could have been really bad.
Research. Unacceptable command. We are at maximum supplies. Not enough energy.
Gangway coming.
Mineral field. Unacceptable command. We are at maximum supplies. Unacceptable command. Upgrade complete.
Been waiting on it. Bad enough. This better.
Unacceptable command. We are at maximum supply. Unacceptable command.
We could use some help here.
Upgrade complete. Vesting geyser fixed. Not enough energy. Mineral field depleted.
State your
Armed? This better be good. Want a piece of me, boy?
Not enough. Research complete. Mineral field depleted.
Reporting for action. Liberation.
Not enough. Not enough minerals. Not enough not enough energy.
Attention.
Get heavy.
Want some?
Standing by.
Not
Ready for dust off.
not enough minerals.
Ready for
Not enough minerals. 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 Not enough. Command center active. Not enough minerals.
We could use some help
Vespine geyser exhausted.
You want a piece of me, boy?
We're returning fire.
Who wants some?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Mineral field.
Gangway.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Been waiting.
Not enough minerals.
This been
Not enough minerals. Not enough.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Not enough. Not enough minerals.
How can we help?
You gonna go, go, go? Gangway. Coming through. Armed and ready. In the rear, want a piece of me, boy?
We're returning fire.
Not enough minerals.
Reporting.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
ETA, 1 minute.
Mineral field depleted.
This better be good.
Not enough. Not
Standing by.
Not enough minerals.
Want some?
Oh, it's on.
Not enough minerals.
It's about to get heavy.
Base is under attack.
It's go time. Go on.
Yes, sir.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Base is under attack. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Base is
Liberation.
under attack. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
As you say.
Not enough minerals.
We could use some help.
Not enough minerals. Our SCVs are under attack. Base is under attack.
Go, go, go!
Confirmed.
Not enough minerals. Not enough. Not enough minerals.
Now what?
Not enough minerals.
Bad news. SCV ready.
Vespine geyser exhausted. Not enough minerals. Vespine geyser exhausted. Not enough minerals.
Reporting for action.
Not enough minerals. 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 Not enough. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals. 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 Not enough energy.
Let's go.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough. Not enough. Mineral field. Not enough minerals.
We hear you. Been waiting. Gangway. Coming through. About to beat you.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Who wants some?
Not enough. Not enough minerals. Our SCV. Not enough minerals.
GG.
GG. That's definitely a hard one for you.
Yeah, to say the least.
with the bruise.
Well, at that point, the game's over.
Yeah, mostly. It's really difficult to get in the harassment, I think, just from watching a lot.
What you mean for Terran to harass Zerg or Zerg to harass Terran?
For the Zerg to get harassed, it's pretty difficult. Like, if the Zerg places their defensive crap correctly, it's fine.
Yeah.
One of the casters said today that there's like two viable vectors of attack as Terran versus Zerg. One is drones, the other is creep, and you kind of have to choose one over the other. And whichever you choose, the other one is gonna benefit.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Gwen? Yeah, we're playing some practice games here. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty frustrating, to say the least. But anyway, it's kind of you had +1 carapace on your Hydrus against my 2/2, and in that one attack outside of your third base.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think so your Ling Bane was on 1/1. But I mean, like for me, that's the most frustrating thing in the game is like losing to Hydra compositions in that scenario.
Yeah, when you're up in an upgrade.
Yeah, I mean I'm up 3 upgrades on the Hydras, which is
What? Oh, you mean 3-3 versus like 1-2, right?
I had 2/2 against your +1 carapace Hydras. So I'm guessing your Ling Bane. I'm guessing you had melee.
Oh, I went melee. Yeah, and I eventually got +2 missiles.
Yeah, but I don't know. It just feels it feels pretty frustrating. But anyway, all right, let's get into another one.
There was a short time where I purposefully cancelled like +2 not melee carapace, but it was a peaceful time. Got lucky there. What map did you want to go?
It doesn't matter as long as it's not Redshift. I don't care.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, if I don't do significant economic damage, I can win the engagement, which is what happened. But as long as you still have drones, and like you're still mining, then it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you need to kind of do both at the same time, which is a big ask.
Yeah. I kind of like that Hellion Raven opener. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
To have it for a creep spread for creep.
Yeah, you went double Raven, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. If Hydras were better designed, I would be a very, very happy man. Right? It's not really designed. I think it is a balance issue, but as long as Zergs don't win GSL, then it's never going to change.
SCV ready.
I really don't know what to base it on.
Not enough minerals.
But believe me, if you don't make tours, I'll do Lingbane Mute.
Not enough minerals.
If you don't make what?
If you don't make tours, I'll do Lingbane Mute.
Oh yeah, right. I mean that's.
I don't think that's a very good deal.
Big job, huh?
That's kind of an
Additional
unfortunate
supply
position, in my opinion. I don't think like Thors didn't need to melt Mutalisks. Just keep what mines as they were.
Oh, wait, did they actually increase the attack as far as I
A while
They
back.
only did the armor, right? Really?
A while back. It may have been coming into. Shoot, no, was it? No, was it Heart of the Shoot? I don't even remember. They did the priority change.
Yes.
But
I remember that. And I
Pretty
remember
sure
the
it's
armor
Flash.
change.
Hydra is only viable. Yeah, well that's kind of the problem.
Yeah.
Is that Hydra?
Like I can't do anything else.
Yeah.
So it's kind of sad for me. I have one strat basically and like 5 different branches of it.
Yeah. But it doesn't have to be that way. I just think it's poor design. Oh well. It's my least Probably my least favorite thing
What's
in
going
the
on?
game. Not probably, it is. But anyway, I've already said it a million times and I'm whining like a bitch now, so I need to shut up.
Still better than PvP.
Yeah,
In the
true.
rear with the gear.
Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals.
The Grim Reaper has arrived. Ah! Bandit SCV ready. Huh? Big job. Got death from above. SCV ready. Move it. Big
Not
job.
enough minerals.
What's going? Huh?
Additional supply.
What's it
Add-on.
worth? SCV ready. What? You want something? SCV ready. Armed and
Not enough. Add-on complete.
what's it?
Not enough. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Bad news.
Not enough minerals.
This better be good. I can't build here.
Command center upgrade. Not enough.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough.
SCV ready.
Not enough.
Gangway coming through.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Go, go, go.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah, from above. I'm going. SCV ready. Ah! You scared me.
Not enough.
Who wants some?
Not enough minerals.
In the rear with the gear. SCV ready. What's going on?
Not enough.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
This better be good.
Unacceptable.
SCV ready. You want a piece of me, boy?
Nice.
SCV ready.
I see
Nice.
you.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Ready for dust off.
Not enough minerals. Additional supply depots required. Insufficient Vespine gas.
Armed and ready.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Been waiting.
Waiting on you.
Research complete.
Here's your stuff.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Unacceptable landing zone.
We could use some help here.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Where's the emergency?
SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
SCV ready. Big job. Huh? What's going on?
Not enough minerals.
Gangway
Oh.
coming through. Been waiting.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
This better be good.
Not enough minerals.
Fueled up, ready to go. SCV
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough.
Ready for dust off.
you want a piece of
Upgrade complete.
Go ahead. SCV ready.
Confirmed.
Upgrade complete.
Gangway coming
Research complete.
SCV
Not
ready.
enough
Armed
minerals.
and ready.
Not enough minerals.
ETA 1 minute.
This better
Not enough minerals.
Light flight.
SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
We could use some help here.
Ready to pick up.
This better be good.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Go, go, go!
Command center. Not enough minerals.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Not enough minerals.
Big job? By
Not enough minerals.
who wants some?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Unacceptable landing zone.
Yeah, let's go.
Add-on complete.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Not enough minerals. Research. Not enough minerals. Not enough add-on. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Light flight.
Armed and ready. Go, go, go! Ready to roll. SCV ready. SCV ready. Who wants?
Not enough minerals.
Go.
Not enough
You want a piece?
Not enough minerals. Mineral field
Ready for dust off.
not enough minerals.
Who wants some?
Ready.
Big weight. This better be good. You want a piece of me, boy? Ready to roll out.
Somebody get me out of this mess.
Mineral field completed.
Now what? Understood.
Ah! Here, we could use some help here. You want a piece of me, boy?
ETA.
Who wants some? Armed and ready.
Upgrade.
Ready for dust off.
Not enough minerals.
Go, go, go!
Not upgrade complete. Upgrade complete.
This better be good.
Not enough add-on. Not enough minerals. Mineral field. Not enough.
Oh, it's on. You gonna give me orders? What's going on?
Ready for dust off.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Ready for
Not enough minerals.
Go, go, go!
Not enough mineral field.
This better be good.
Not enough minerals. 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 Not enough minerals.
Gangway, coming through.
Not enough.
Want a piece of me, boy? Armed and ready.
picking up or dropping off.
Ah! It's here. This better be good. Who wants some? Go, go, go! Gangway, coming through.
Not enough minerals.
Of course. What's going on? Ben? By the number. SCV ready. Kaboom, baby!
Ready for dust off.
Not enough.
We could use some help here.
Command center upgrade. Not enough mineral.
You want to...
Not enough energy.
This better be good.
Not enough mineral.
Go, go, go!
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough.
Alright, GG.
I kind of figured you were going for that base. If I didn't know you were going for that, I think I would have been in trouble.
Yeah, I didn't defend it at all.
I
That
mean,
was
it's
bad.
it's really freaking hard because you know, like your creep spread is going to be really limited to that location, especially for the first push. It's like when my Reaper didn't see any drone go past it, and I kept checking for your third. I realized you must have sent it out earlier, and
Mm,
and figured that you had it. So
and I did. You got one more?
yeah, sure. Let's do it.
How about the lost and found?
Sure, let's do it.
Huh? What's good? Bad news? SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Fan the rear with
Not enough minerals.
LHF.
SCV ready.
Same to you, bro.
Bad news?
Yeah, we definitely need to practice more often. I need this.
Hmm.
Additional supply.
Yeah, me too. Terran is at the moment my worst matchup.
Really? That's surprising.
Statistically, yeah.
Minerals.
Because
Is it,
because of anything in particular?
Not enough.
I just died to their cheeses a lot.
Do you get cheese a lot from Terran?
Yes. Proxy 2 racks, bunker crap.
Oh wow.
Fan the rear. Huh?
Yeah, that really gets to me.
Yeah, it's lame as hell. Do you go against mech or bio more often?
Whatever.
Oh really? It's pretty
Like-
even.
They transition. Oh, right. I thought you were asking about the 2 racks. They kind of tend more towards bio. So when they play a normal game, I'm normally fine.
Yeah.
SCV ready.
But when I lose, it's normally a stronger player than me.
Get cheesed a lot by Terran too. Yeah.
What's going on?
Not enough.
Yeah,
Minerals.
Terran's cheese a lot in TVP
Not
as well.
enough minerals.
I mean, the thing is, in TVP, if you don't take control of the game early, it gets really ugly. So, Terrans look for ways to do that.
Fan the rear with the gear.
Command center upgrade complete.
The Grim Reaper has arrived. Go ahead.
Not enough minerals. Not enough.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Our SCVs are under attack.
Will do. Cat from above. Huh? Big. SCV ready. Nothing.
It.
Yay.
Let's go. SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
Certainly. SCV ready. Move on, you. Going. In the rear. I can't build here. Agreed. Got something for a meeting. SCV ready.
Command center upgrade.
Where's the room? Yes, indeed. Fair enough. Done. Let's do death. What's it worth?
Add-on.
SCV ready. Where's the room?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not
SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready.
add-on.
Ready to plunder. I'm going.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Go ahead. Huh?
Not enough.
SCV ready.
Our SCVs are under attack.
In the rear with me. SCV ready. Armed and ready. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Guess who didn't realize that that wasn't a full wall on?
That sucks.
Yeah, that's the end of the game.
Going. What's going on? SCV ready.
It's like, how the fuck are these in my base right now? Oh, it's not a wall off? Cool.
Gotcha.
Not enough energy. Additional supply depots required.
SCV ready. This better be good. You ready for war? In the rear with the gear. Let's get into the fight.
Not enough minerals.
Enough, ready to go. Bad news.
Not enough minerals. Not enough. Not enough minerals.
Incoming orders.
Base is under attack.
SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
Wow, I thought I'd get that.
Yay, I'm on a roll. Look out.
Unacceptable landings.
Ready for dust off.
I can't build here.
Oh, sucks to lose like that. But
Insufficient.
stupid
SCV
mistake.
ready. Huh?
Insufficient Vespene gas. Insufficient Vespene gas.
What's going on?
Life flight's here.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Upgrade complete. Not enough mineral field. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Insufficient Vespene gas.
I can't build here.
Of course. As you say.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Need some.
Not enough mineral field depleted.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
This better be good.
Insufficient Vespene gas. Insufficient Vespene gas.
Gangway, coming through.
Research. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Ready for dust off.
All hands to battle stations. Initiate.
Not enough minerals.
Gangway, coming through.
Not enough.
SCV ready.
Not enough.
This better be good.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Who wants some?
Not enough minerals.
You want a piece of me,
Not
boy?
enough.
We're returning
SCV
fire.
ready.
Understood.
Ah. Attention.
Go, go!
Not enough minerals.
Gangway,
Only.
Mineral field. Not enough minerals.
Ready for pickup?
Not enough minerals.
Talk to me.
go, go, go! You want a piece of me, boy?
Ready for dust off.
Big job.
Not enough minerals. Not enough. Not enough minerals.
Ready for
Mineral field depleted.
Transformation. SCV ready. Who wants some?
Not enough minerals. Up.
This better be. We could use some help here. Ready. We could use some help here. You want a piece of me, boy?
Upgrade complete.
wait. Ready for pickup?
Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals.
Talk to me.
Ready to go.
Somebody, get me out of this mess.
Armed and
Not enough minerals.
we could use some help here.
Not enough minerals.
What's going on? SCV.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Complete.
Armed and ready. Go, go, go! SCV
Ready for dust off.
Queued up, ready to go! Go ahead. By the numbers, boys.
Where's the emergency? Inbound. Now what?
Not enough minerals.
Gangway, coming through.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough. Additional supply depots. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Additional supply depots. Not enough minerals.
By the numbers. Go, go, go! We could use some help here. We could use some help here.
Not enough.
Baby!
This better be good. Want a piece of me, boy?
Not enough minerals.
Go!
Not enough minerals.
Gangway, coming through.
Not enough minerals.
This better be good.
Ready for dust off.
Give up! Got no faith!
Ready for dust off.
Who wants some?
Oh, it's on.
Armed? I can't build here. You could want a piece of me, boy. Been waiting on you.
Upgrade.
Gangway, coming.
Unacceptable landing zone.
Ready for dust off.
This better be good.
Not
Ready for dust off.
space. Not enough minerals.
We could use some help.
Mineral field. Not enough minerals.
We could use
Not enough. Not enough minerals. Mineral
Go,
field.
go, go! Armed and ready. We could use some help. Who wants some?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
You want a piece of me, boy? It's about to get heavy. Bad news? Gangway. Coming through.
Not enough
This better be good.
Not enough minerals.
What's going on? Ah! Go ahead. In the reef. Been waiting. Who wants some? SCV ready. You gonna get me?
Mineral field depleted. Command center upgrade complete.
This better be good.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Kaboom, baby! Who wants some? Go, go, go! Been waiting. Gangway. Coming. Ready to blunder. Been waiting. This better be good. What? Gangway. Ready. Coming through. Want a piece of me, boy?
Vespine geyser exhausted. Unacceptable command.
Ready to blunder. Go, go, go. Go ahead. This better be good. Been
Not enough energy. Upgrade complete. Unacceptable command.
This better be good.
Upgrade complete. Not enough. Not enough minerals. Mineral field depleted.
Want a piece of me, boy? Oh, it's on. Gangway. Coming through. Been waiting on it.
Making effort, dropping off.
This better be good.
Mineral field depleted.
Gangway.
Reporting for action.
Go, go, go! You want a piece of me, boy? Huh? Yep. What's going on? I can't build here. Who wants some? You want a piece of me, boy?
Not enough base is under attack.
Been waiting.
Vespine geyser exhausted. Not enough.
Reporting for action.
Not enough minerals. Not
Liberation is at hand.
not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Huh?
Not enough minerals.
Who wants some? Let's have a blast. You want a piece of me, boy?
We're returning
Upgrade
fire.
complete.
Here's your stuff.
This better.
Not enough minerals. Not enough mineral. Add-on complete. Not enough mineral field depleted.
Go ahead. Want a piece of me, boy?
Yes, sir. How can
By the numbers, boy. Huh? In the rear.
Not enough.
liberation is at hand?
Ready to blunder. Ready to blunder.
Not enough minerals.
Ready to blunder.
Not enough minerals.
This better be good.
Command center upgrade complete.
Need something liberated?
Who wants some?
Mineral field. Not enough minerals.
Want a piece of me, boy? Go ahead. By the...
Light flights here.
Been waiting on you. What's going on? Ah!
Not enough minerals. Not enough.
Let's have a blast.
Unacceptable. Not enough minerals.
On my way.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Yep.
Boom, baby.
Not
We
enough,
could use some help here.
not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Add-on complete.
SCV ready. Fire foot. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Our SCVs are under attack.
Wait.
Mineral field unacceptable. We are at maximum supply. Unacceptable.
This better be good.
Unacceptable.
Ready to blunder. Go, go, go.
Unacceptable.
Get heavy. Gangway. Coming through. Yo, bad news. In the rear with the gear. By the numbers, boys.
Unacceptable.
It's go time.
Somebody, get me out of this
Base
mess.
is under
We could
attack.
use some help here. By the numbers, boys. This better be good. Hear me? You gonna give me
Base is under attack. Unacceptable.
You want a piece of me, boy?
It's about to get heavy.
Unacceptable. Maximum supply. Not enough needed. Mineral field. Not enough needed. Vesting. Not enough minerals. 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 Not enough.
We could use some help here.
Not enough minerals. Not our SCVs are not enough minerals. Mineral field depleted.
Who wants some?
Not
Oh,
Armed and ready. Gangway. Coming through. Go, go, go.
not enough minerals.
This better be good. Who wants some? Been waiting.
Not enough minerals.
Want a piece of me, boy?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Base is under attack complete. Not enough minerals.
This better be good.
Not enough minerals.
Ready to blunder.
I just wish I could kill interrupters.
yeah, the Viking buffs didn't do it,
Not
I think.
enough minerals.
Oh, holy shit.
Who wants some? We could use some help.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Okay,
Not
good game.
GG.
Yep, this is my least favorite matchup in the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure where you could have done better, honestly.
I mean, well, in that game, the freaking I did not realize that wasn't a wall in, so that just sucked.
Oh yeah, that.
But I mean, after that, like I came back into it. I don't know. I'll check the graphs because I think I was in the game.
I definitely think you were, yeah. Like, the pushes were threatening.
Yeah.
You killed a lot of drones.
Yeah, I was ahead in resources mining toward the end, but pretty close for the most part throughout the game. Yeah, workers active pretty close for the most part. But I don't know. I mean, once the broodlords are out, it's like it's kind of a joke.
It's really hard for you to go anywhere, really. Like, bigger maps, fine, but here I can kind of manage the size, I think.
Yeah. Just kind of sit there and get destroyed. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the freaking... If I could at least... Like, if I could kill the corruptors, it wouldn't be an impossible task, but the corruptors don't die, the hydralisks don't die, the tanks kill your own army. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I hate the fucking matchup. I'm pretty... Yeah. I really
It's like
hate playing
you
it.
100% depend on ghosts to actually do well in this case. But even they have their limits, and it takes a lot of control.
Yeah.
I definitely think that Zerg gets here, they should generally win. If their eco is good.
Yeah, I think Terran, before the Raven nerf, which obviously was a good thing because the Seeker missile was ridiculously strong, before that, I think Terran was actually favored in the super late game because you just spammed those Seeker missiles and then, of course, Ghosts would snipe everything. But, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I just get so discouraged from playing this matchup. For me, TVZ and Legacy of the Void at this point for like the past 6 months is the same feeling as Heart of the Swarm TVP. I kill them before they get there, and it's just the most fucking infuriating feeling in the game. You just know that if you don't kill them before that hive transition, it's just, I don't know.
It's all about that hive transition, it's kind of dumb.
Yeah, it is dumb. And you're like, at that point, as Terran, you're sprinting up a mountain.
Yeah.
Anyway. Good games. I'm really pissed, so I'm gonna take a break. I need to go eat anyway.
Fair enough.
But yeah, let's get some well played. In particular, that game there, exploiting that, and then just pressuring me and grabbing the entire map. That was really good.
Thank you.
But yeah, I'll be down to practice again on Sunday if you're able.
Yeah, I'd like to. You enjoy your meal then.
All right, man. Good games. Thanks for the practice.
No worries. See you around.
All right, GG's. All right, guys. I'm gonna go eat now. It's the worst unit in the game, probably. At least, yeah, Battlecruiser probably is the worst unit in the game. But all right, I've got to go eat now, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the games. I don't think I'm going to be streaming later today. We'll see, but probably not. Tomorrow, I'm also not sure if I'm going to be able. I'll try to do a short stream, but I'm going to be pretty busy tomorrow, so I may just end up seeing you guys on Sunday. Anyway, have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. GG's.